Hello everyone, and welcome to Gaming with Shadow Ramsa. I'm your host, Shadow Ramsa the Alp, and today we are playing Dark Souls 3. This is our Bow Alp run, so we're pretty excited. Sorry, allergies are acting up, and my Claritin hasn't kicked in yet. But, anyway, well, the audio's working. So, we're pretty excited about this run. Normally we'd be considering looking for a new series already, but we are going to be doing some adjustments to the channel because I'm becoming more independent as a entity. So we're going to be needing like 2 days off for the week, and we decided that it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays. The only problem with that is that Tuesdays is Don't Starve, and we're not gonna ever, until the servers are gone, we are never going to get rid of Don't Starve. Like, that's our main game. So we'll be moving that to more than likely this spot. Because, yeah, basically, it's our most popular thing. Like, you guys watch that more consistent than any other series. So, we might be moving to Friday, because I know that you guys don't seem to care what day it's on. We've changed it like 3 different times. And you guys always watch. Whether it's live or not, you guys watch it. So, I can't get rid of that series. So, it looks like we'll be moving that to here, because it looks like Bloodborne and this one are going to be the ones that finish first. Which makes sense, because Kingdom Hearts has another series of games that we gotta get through. Elden Ring is another one of those immortal games, and given that the healer is very slow, which is good, because she's still got some work to do. Maybe we can send her... No, we can't send her to, Demon Souls. First we have to get that. But, healer will finish in time. I have faith in her. She's actually progressed quite a bit. We're at the healer tree. As far as here goes, the game plan is that we need to grind XP. That's what we're having a problem with, is we need XP. So, that's going to be our main focus, is that we need to level up. But, well, that was a ghost. But, yeah, we need to level up. Not by much, but something. Actually, there's a way to check. That's strength. Interesting. Health hasn't been a problem yet. Strength and dex. Strength and dex seem to be the two. Okay. I noticed we're wearing cufflinks. That's cute. Anyway, let's start doing the share and start getting ready. In the meantime, how are you doing, chat? I hope all is well. Let's play Dark Souls 3 Bow Alp run. I promise you, chat, that at some point Alps are going to be famous. I'm going to put our species back on the map where it belongs. We will not be forgotten sleep paralysis demons. You will remember us. My nose is super ticklish today. Okay, so those are those shares. Threads and blue sky. Don't get too excited, chat. I'm wearing shorts. I had to double check that I was wearing my headphones. Alright, there we go. Now let's put on our music. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna need more embers. Why do I feel like there's a different exit? Oh, because it exits out here. Okay, excuse me, chat. I just woke up, sort of. I mean, I was supporting my friend, but, like, literally I woke up, put on my makeup, was modding, and then came straight here. You know what we haven't done in a while? I haven't gone for a walk. That's something that's important to do. If you're playing games that are really difficult, and you're struggling to find ways to make resource, go back to the beginning and walk around. It's also a good way to kill time, gather XP, and mentally prepare for the upcoming events. Ow. Great job, me. think these arrows are like 5 ruins a piece. So definitely worth spending. What? I fell. Oh. Ow. So, I really don't know what I'm looking for. I guess smithing stones would be nice. Ooh. Oh. Oh, it's this one. I can't transform because I do too much damage now. Let's see. What are we gonna look for? Yeah, I think at the end of the day we need smithing stones. We need obviously XP. Okay. Please don't block. Thank you. Hello, welcome. How's it going? Oh, thank you. 1 second, I'll pin that. I'm good. We're trying to find some smithing stones and some XP. We gotta get our strength up, we gotta get our endurance up. Might need to do a bit of dax. Mm, cool beans, hot rice. Yeah, right now though, we're just kind of going for a walk to see if we can hunt down XP and any lost items that we may or may not have found yet. Oh, nice. Well, since we have an extra one now. Okay, so, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing per se. I mean, I know that I have to be able to defeat the church people, but I don't want to do it with the great bow. I mean, I totally could. The great bow would probably just decimate that boss fight. But that's the thing, I don't wanna use that yet. Well, look at this. This might be something. Okay, just had to make sure. Red Eye Orb. Nice. So that was all that was down here? Oh, that was something. Oh, hey, Shelly, how's it going? No, yeah, I was gonna say, how's your new job? Hi, welcome. By the way, Chad, if you haven't taken a moment, stop by Shelly's channel. I believe she's still doing the charity, to cut her hair for, to make a wig for, someone combating cancer at 500 subs. And now I kind of want to see her employer's reaction when she shows up. How's it going, though? I mean, I'm teasing that last part, but... Yeah, it's always wonderful for you to stop by. I know you get busy. Yeah, to be fair, I've missed a few streams this week anyway. Nice. Uh-oh. Whoa! Whoa! Hey! I didn't expect him to land on me. Of course. Uh-huh. I'm sure you'll find time. I mean, it's important to do things in your own time anyway, because, yeah, it's easy to become overwhelmed, and we don't want that. We don't want you overwhelmed. The whole point is for it to be happy and fun and joyous. Nice, another ember. I wasn't expecting to get embers, but since I'm finding them, oh, I'm out of arrows. $36. Well, in my defense, I didn't read the contract at all. That's probably worse. This is why I'm an independent employee, because I don't read. Hit the table. Ah, Cinnabon. I wonder, do you climb ladders? I don't think I want to do this anymore. Alright, time to save ammo. The whole point of being down here right now is that every arrow only costs about 5 XP. Excuse me, buddy. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to being a W-2 worker. Like, not to hate on the option, but something about being able to control your own schedule and stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, I've realized that a lot of people have how do I put it, like media illiteracy.
How?
Like, it's pretty clear some people do not actually read the terms of services. I think my favorite example is all those people that go on Facebook and post on Facebook that picture where they say, I don't consent to selling my information. Because it's like, that's not how that works. And did you, like, by default, I know that that's the default setting for Google. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, I know it's a default setting for Google that if you even use their browser, that you're consenting to them using your information. But in that same regard, you gotta read. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me, as a chef, being a W-2 was wonderful because I didn't have to, figure out my own taxes and stuff like that. But now, it's not so bad. I mean, I have to save a lot more to pay taxes down the line, but it's not too bad. Oh, volunteer work, that's another tricky thing. This is why I don't have employees. Yeah, we need to actually go where there's XP. Yeah. Well, for me, because I like to have tax refund check, what I've been doing is I've been putting away like a whole quarter of my checks. That way, when the end of the year is up and I pay back all my taxes, I will have extra. And since it's sitting in my savings, it's also accruing interest. And so, yeah, at the end of the year, I'll be able to spend that and pretend that that's my tax refund that I'm not gonna get. Because, yeah. Yeah, I had been paid, I get paid bi-weekly more regularly than anything else, except for when I was a trucker. When I was a trucker, I got paid, weekly. And, yeah. Please don't split. Thank you. I learned a lot of bad habits with having my money on me at all times. Like, having access to my money gave me bad spending habits. Then again, as a trucker, I made more money than I knew how to handle in the first place. Like, well, nice. Unfortunately, since most of my stuff is like this and digital media now, as a gamer, I don't get any real tax benefits, which is sad. I can make money doing this, but I cannot qualify the money I make doing this as a technical income, just as an incomable tax or a taxable income. So even though I'm using all this equipment as part of my business, none of it counts towards my business because they don't recognize this as a business. Which is just silly, because if you make money, it should be counted as a business. But then again, this is the same place that'll sit there and have people calling the cops on lemonade stand owners. Like I just saw on the news earlier last year, they were some lady called the police on some kid over their lemonade stand, which is just petty. Oop. You know what? I don't want it. I don't want that smoke. I changed my mind. Oh yeah, they charge me on any kind of income I get. They just won't recognize the equipment I use to get that income as a business expense. So none of it is tax write-offable for me. That's the thing. Like, they're allowed to take the money for what I do, but I'm not allowed to get credit. Basically, they recognize the business, but not the expense portion of the business. Like, they're still gonna take their cut of the cake. They're just not gonna help me buy the ingredients. I mean, I'm not surprised. I constantly still get those comments like, would your family be proud? I'm like, I make more money than half of my family. I'm better off than half my family. I don't think they have a place to stay. You play video games for a living? I'm like, yeah, jealous? Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I figured. I gotta stop closing the gap. I was getting lazy and didn't want to aim. But yeah, lots of people still don't recognize any of this as an actual career, in spite of the fact that I make more money than most people. Most people will slave away at a minimum wage job, and I will be here playing video games for money. Oh yeah, it's crazy. I went to culinary school. I've been a sous chef for chefs with actual Michelin stars. Like I've worked under people with Michelin stars, and yet I still only qualify for fast food. Like most employers will still try to pay me the minimum wage, and I've worked under sous chefs with Michelin stars. My culinary career started under 2 chefs, each with a Michelin star. And I'm still considered a minimum wage employee. So when I figured out how to make money playing video games, I was gone. Ow, I was afraid of that. I could see it and I couldn't see it fast enough. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't regret it, because at the end of the day, when I'm feeling spicy and want to make extra friends, all I do is cook. Most people are never prepared for the difference between knowing how to cook versus just cooking in general. And that's no shade on like home chefs or anything. Most of the people I've had the honor of working with all got their starts as home chefs. But yeah, it's always a wonderful little trick to be able to cook something, even if it's basic, and watch people's reaction to just how wonderful some of my most basic meals are. Like to this day, I still get people begging me to make burgers. Yeah, no, gaming community can still be pretty toxic, and people's opinions of us aren't that great. Oh yeah, yeah, and I was so good at my job that in spite of the fact that one of my earlier bosses, he absolutely hated my guts. Like, absolutely. Could not stand me. Ironically, not for being trans. He just didn't like me, the person. If anything, the thing he didn't like about me was even funnier. He didn't like that I spoke English better than him. He was jealous of my English. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. He wasn't born here. His English was fine. Like, he wasn't born here or anything. So, of course, he had an accent. But yeah, apparently that was just enough. No, look at you, so American. I was like, what? He was mad because, like, I had great R's. And for 4.5 years, he made my life hell. He tried to fire me nearly daily. You don't understand my words? I'm like, I understand your words. I don't understand your Spanish. Like, every once in a while. But then the holidays came around, because in restaurants, holidays are like the Super Bowl every freaking time, except Father's Day. I think Father's Day is the only holiday we in the restaurant business just don't regard. And I worked at a steakhouse. Mother's Day? Get out of here. We need every hand on deck. Everyone, go, go, go. Father's Day? Yeah, what are you guys doing this weekend? But, no, he tried for 4 years to get me fired and just could not do it. I was too good at my job. Every time we hired a new guy to replace me, I would get like a $50 bonus. Because he would always bet, this is the guy that's gonna replace you. After you train this guy, you're out. Okay, yeah. I taught him everything. I had no worries. No doubt in my mind. My job was horrible because I was the prep chef. I had to cut the supplies. I had to chop everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a thing. You've always gotta make sure you take time out for your mental health. Like, I did miss stream a few days ago, or like a week ago. Just 'cause honestly, I just knew I was gonna be too sleepy. I just got my new entertainment center, so all of my electronics are back off the floor and whatnot. But yeah, you gotta always make sure to take time for morale and stuff. And when you're not working and you're looking for a new job, a lot of people get confused and tell you have to. One of the things that never made sense to me is when people would tell me, "Oh, if you're not working, you need to spend 8 hours a day looking for work." I was like, do you know how big my city is? It takes me 4 hours to do a quarter of the entire city. Especially considering I do apply for almost every type of entry level. Because I've worked retail, I've worked restaurants. Like, I'm great with money. Like, I've been offered to work in banks a few times. But I'm dyslexic. The only reason I don't work in actual accounting is that I'm dyslexic. And writing numbers down like that, I can easily see myself struggling. I was like, but I'm good with math. I'm really good with math. And, my first job was a Taco Bell, and it took me like a week before they had me, counting the registers and whatnot. I was a manager within a week. Yeah. Here's the thing. Rejection is always going to be hard, but I would always prefer to be rejected outright and quickly than to be told, we'll get back to you, and knowing that they weren't going to. Just stay by your phone, we will call you. And then like a week passes, and, oh, we decided to go another direction. It's like, then why'd you tell me you were gonna hire me? Well, we thought. So yeah, I mean, I don't like the rejection, but I would always prefer to be rejected immediately than to be told, oh yeah, we're gonna definitely call you back, just stay by your phone. And that's something employers did a lot. Like, I started... They're running a train. So yeah, I started to get super mad. I just ignored at that point. If your response was, we'll get back to you, and to wait, I wasn't gonna wait. I made so many employers upset because they would call me back a month later, and I'm like, oh, I already got another job. Ooh, a tight night trunk. That might be super helpful. But yeah, like, rejection sucks. There's no doubt about that. But I would always prefer to be rejected immediately than to just be told, yeah. And that's especially common in restaurants. Because in restaurants, they hire people on the expectation that they're going to fire them. And a lot of the chefs, they'll tell you that, oh, it's because people don't want to work. That's not true. I've been there. I've been in the back. Half the time, the people don't want to work for you. The other half, they don't want to work for the company. Because, yeah, like I said, I used to be the prep chef. And to be honest, that's not a one-person job. I don't think in any restaurant I've ever been in, had I thought it was fair, to make the prep cook work alone. Because, yeah, somehow it's... Yeah, I haven't had the honor of having a lot of offers at once, just because the type of industry I'm in, with culinary arts and whatnot. Because like I said, they like to have a backlog of potential employees. They don't like to actually hire people. They just like to be able to say that, oh, well, if you don't like it, I'll just bring in the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, and then your restaurant has a reputation for not keeping their guys. Yeah. I feel it. The lie I tell everyone is that I'm 10,749 now. Which has been incredible. Wow, that's twice now. You're getting good at this. It's interesting that I've been able to keep track of that number for 6 years, though. I first started telling that lie that I was 43. 10,743. But yeah, I've been telling that lie for 6 years, so now we're at 49. Which is weird because I'm only 35. But, nah. It feels like yesterday I was starting my job at Taco Bell at 17 and being pulled over by immigration for, being forced to work graveyard, which was apparently illegal at the time. $35? Nice. It's a good age. I'm just old enough to pass as an adult, but still young enough to shock the youth with how much I am in tune with the world and and trends. But I'm also just old enough to get away with not understanding all of the trends. But yeah, I liked being a cook. I didn't like being a prep. I had to chop all the vegetables for the entire restaurant. I had to make all the sauces for the entire restaurant. I had to portion out most of the meats for the entire restaurant. Um, like if it was a side dish, I had my hand in it to at least 60% of it. Mm, nice. It's funny because most people they see me on here and they don't even realize that I'm only like 5'2". I've what was it? Uh, yeah, last year I made the mistake of passing by a park on my way to the store. I was trying to go shopping, and the park had a crossing guard at it. And this lady straight up starts yelling at me, like shouting, like, "Hey, hey, hey! You're supposed to wait until I tell you to cross. Are you crazy? You could have been hit by a car." And I'm like, "Lady, I'm in my 30s. I know how to cross the street." And she's like, "Oh, I thought you were one of those school kids." I was flattered until I looked at what the school was. It was a freaking middle school. There was a middle school over there, and I'm being yelled at for being a middle school age student, apparently. All because I'm 5'2". Nice. Well, I mean, in the middle school's defense, because, like, I saw some of them, they're all really tall now. Like, when I was a kid, most of us were like 3 feet tall. These kids today are like 5 feet tall. It's like a whole country of giants now. Everyone's so tall. Like, I was the average height in school, and now I'm just short. Like, I remember being in middle school and I was like 4 feet at best. I think I was like 3 feet 10. Right? I think it's the food. I think it's what was that guy that took over all the vegetables? Monsanto? I think it's that. That was when I first heard about the hormones and things. That was where I heard about it for the first time. Which is a lie. I don't really know. I don't really subscribe or believe any of that anymore. That was the rumor that was going around when I was a kid. Was, oh no, GMOs.
Welcome,
But
host.
yeah,
Very well.
I got yelled at. I got yelled at for being too short. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the videos I'm seeing now kind of creep me out a bit. The rubber chickens and whatnot. The rubber, not rubber chickens.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I'm trying to get up to the next 5. But yeah. Now what's the new rumor now? Something about frogs? Yeah, that's the new rumor, isn't it? But yeah, yeah, no, I used to prep all of the supplies for my restaurant, and yeah, every day I'd come in, and my boss would be like, "Yep, today's the day. Today's the day. I don't want you doing anything today," which was my favorite part of when my coworkers would fail their job. Like my chef, because my job was literally to train someone so that I could officially be fired. That was my whole job in that restaurant. Was you prep the food until I can fire you, okay? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And yep, every time it came the part where they're like, okay, you can't do the work for them. They got to do it on their own. I would tell them, I'm like, they're not ready. You're gonna make them mad. They're not gonna want to do this anymore. I was like, it's only been a week. No, they've got it. You don't want to get replaced. What you say? Don't touch nothing? Okay, I'll just watch. I'll watch. 3 hours later, oh, they left. I'm doing everything now. They left. They went out the back door. They took their lunch and they went home. Oh yeah, well from the videos I've seen, they're incredibly rubbery. I'll be honest, I'm kind of I'm at an impasse because I don't understand biology that well, let alone animal biology. And when I was growing up, there was already the rumors of them putting growth stuff into the animals. There was already that rumor going around. And my personal belief is, well, if the rumor's out now, how long has it been happening? So, I'll be honest, I don't know if there's growth hormones now in the chicken and we're freaking out, or they took them out of the chicken and we just didn't realize that that's what natural chicken looks like. And the only reason I wonder that is because has anyone ever seen an actual banana? What a real banana looks like. Because they have seeds. I know most people have never seen a banana seed before, but bananas have seeds. Also, lemons aren't real. A lot of people don't know that, but if life gives you lemons, then they're running a scam because life can't have lemons. Right. Right. But go to any convenience store today and try to get yourself a banana and see how many banana seeds you get. Right. Right, but if you go to the store and try to buy yourself a lovely little banana, you're not going to see those seeds. So I've been wondering if, like, maybe we just didn't know what chickens actually were built like. Like, either they finally actually added the hormones, or they actually did take them out. Yeah, they look like banana seeds, natural ones, look almost like cocoa seed pods. Like the actual pods. So yeah, that's been my wonder is did they really? Because from what I had heard, the trend was going the other way. Yeah, I had heard that the trend was going the other way. We wanted the hormones out. No more genetic modifications. No more this, no more that. That, or maybe they're just breaking down like the goo in Undertale. Maybe we filled the chickens with too much determination, and now they're turning into goo. The sight of your chicken fills you with determination. By the way, chat, if you haven't taken the opportunity, please be sure to drop a like, share, and subscribe to the live. Your support goes a long way to building the community and gives me a better understanding of the type of content you guys enjoy. Yeah. Uh-oh. I looked away, but I heard me miss. Yes, thank you. By the way, also, if you haven't already, be sure to drop by Shelly MD's channel. She's doing a charity. If she gets to 500 subs, she will cut her hair and make a wig, or to donate for a wig for someone fighting cancer or dealing with cancer at 500 subs. I think it's a wonderful cause that should definitely be supported. And I'm looking forward to seeing that video where she cuts her hair. So help me help her get to that goal. Oops, I missed. Right now, I'm just trying to grind some XP to get my bow up enough to one-shot the enemies. Because we're doing the, what are they called? That cult group in the basement area. We gotta get rid of them. I already forgot their name. Deacons of Chaos or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. Part of me misses working in restaurants, though. Admittedly, I do miss working in restaurants. It was really good exercise. What I don't miss is getting stabbed and burnt often. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it from over there, but, I have a scar across my arm right here. My chef shut the oven door on me. 2nd-degree burn. Like, the actual, oh yeah. Yeah, that was my least favorite moment and favorite month and a half. I had never said so many profanities to so many of my employers over the course of a month. I called him all sorts of B's, A's. Like, I was being rude. And every time he would throw a tantrum, I would remind him that he is my chef and he shut an oven door on me. Which was against so many safety regulations. Like, that's like a huge no-no. Your career could end when you're that high a rank, making that big a mistake. And I took it like a champ. But boy, was I rude. For like a month, every time I saw him, it was some kind of B's, some kind of A's. Oh, no, mine wasn't stopped at. Mine was, when, mine was, the Simpsons version, when Bart had that tattoo on his arm, and, Maggie kept, boop, ow, quit it, boop, ow, quit it, boop, ow, quit it. I had one coworker who would actually do it though. Like he would come in and he's like, "How are you doing? Are you okay? I've been so worried about you. Let me see, let me see. Does it hurt? Ah, why?" And I would fall for it every day. Like he'd come in, he would pretend to be so concerned just so he could poke it. Like why? And me being so into the attention, like, I would be like, "Oh no, I'm fine, no, it's okay, it's okay." Ow, why? I would just eat it up until he'd poke it. Oh no, he had to have definitely been burned before. If you've worked anywhere in a kitchen, there are 3 injuries you will always end up with, within like the first year. There are always 3 of them. 1, you will get cut. That's just, it happens. Hopefully you're the one who cut yourself. But it is not unlikely that someone else cuts you. 2, you will be burnt. Hopefully you burnt yourself. Not unlikely someone else does it for you. And 3, you will more than likely slip and fall. Because we work with oil, fire, and knives. So if you're not injured in one of those 3, if not all 3, by the end of your first year, you probably weren't working very fast. And the thing I always pointed out to my coworkers was don't work fast. Never work fast. That was rule number 1. Never work fast. You usually get that one from slipping and falling. I had a coworker who managed to pull off the worst of the trifectas. He slipped and fell, and when he tried to pull himself up, he grabbed the knife, and that made him, and he hit it, and he ended up hitting the grease and splashing it on himself. So we had to send him to the hospital for stitches because he cut like the first 3 digits. He had to go get a brace for his back, and he had to get burn ointment because he had a 2nd-degree burn on his chest. And the thing was that given that he did all of those 3 things, we knew he was going to get fired, but we did the right thing and we waited for like 8 months for him to be fully recovered. But he was too dangerous to keep around because you're not supposed to do any of those 3 things. Like, the fact that they pulled it off was just horrible and all that, but like, yeah, he was a liability. But of course, we did wait for him to make a full recovery first, because you can't just fire someone for, that just got sent to the hospital for something that was very much an accident. Just, he was a safety hazard. But yeah, he hadn't been, it all happened because he hadn't cleaned his station. And that's really all it was he hadn't been cleaning his station like he was supposed to be. I mean, like, injuries happen. Don't get me wrong, especially in the restaurant business, injuries happen. We have, like, the boxes I used to have to move around were about, I had to carry them like this because they were about this wide. And yeah, they were about this tall and full of bread. And yeah, those things were like 30, 40 pounds. We had 100-pound boxes full with cakes and stuff. Like, there's a lot of ways you can injure yourself in the restaurant industry. And yeah, the thing that will decide whether or not you stick around long term is how well you can space out your injuries.
Well, now it's time I do my part, huh?
Yeah. See, a lot of companies will do that, where they'll try to hide behind your injury so they can terminate you in secret, and that's messed up, honestly. But I will give my boss that credit. Like, he was a piece of work, but he never did anything illegal. He was just rude. he was rude. He didn't like me, but he was fair. I mean, after all, I had that job for 4 years, and he hated me every day, every waking moment of every day. Oh, I'm not surprised. I worked at a hospital, and they caused me to have a 2nd-degree burn because I got yelled at by my manager. We need to change the water for the steam tables. We need to change them. I'm like, well, they need to cool down. He's like, well, then you go to break. I'm going to turn them off. You go to break, and when you get back, change them. I went to break. I came back. I asked them, had they turned them off? Yeah, go change it. I opened the first one, and steam burnt me. 2nd-degree burn all the way up my hand. And then they fired me because I couldn't do my job. At a hospital. And they didn't even treat me at that hospital. They sent me to a different hospital to treat the 2nd-degree burn. Well, I mean, it happens. Don't mess with people. That's what happens when you mess with people. I mean, unfortunately now with the climate we're in, it's like I don't agree with the way they're treating immigration now. Like, I understand the sentiment over wanting to protect one's borders, but the way they're going about it now is messed up and wrong. But yeah, if I wasn't a legal citizen, I would do everything in my power to keep my head down and not be messing with and harassing people in that specific regard, though. Because, yeah, like, I would never try to be drawing attention to myself. We're almost the level I'm hoping I need. I'm thinking 35 should be enough dex to get me in that one-shot range for them. I know I picked up a Titanite chunk, but I don't think that's gonna work for this specific bow. It might work for this one though, so there's that. Excuse me. Excuse me. I got hiccups. Hey, revenge is a hell of a thing, right? like I said, I mean, if you know you're vulnerable and you're harassing people, what happens next happens next. Like, it's dumb. That's why me personally, like, I know who I am. I know what I am. I'm not gonna go around messing with people. I mean, just to be clear, I'm legal here. I was born in California. But, no, as a trans person, just existing, I'm already part of a vulnerable community of people. And so I'm not gonna go around on the internet just harassing people over what? Let alone when I was working in restaurants, I wasn't going around being rude to people, knowing darn well at any moment I could lose everything. Like in the restaurant industry, it is so much more about the gossip than anything else. Like, you need to have good gossip behind your name, to make it in the restaurant industry. Oh, my favorite rumor that I had heard about me, and this is how I found out that culinary is all about the gossip. I was talking to a potential employer at a different restaurant. I had just no called, no showed my employer for that hated me. Like, I knew I was gonna get revenge. I had told everyone for years. I was like, no, when I leave, with the way he treats me, when I leave, no one's gonna know, but everyone's gonna know. I was like, it's gonna be on a holiday, it's gonna be an important one, and I'm just not gonna show up. I'm gonna promise I'll be there. I will be such a good employee. Like, you're gonna be able to count on me. And they did. And I got calls cheering me on. They're like, hey, you didn't come in today. Is this it? Is this it? Good job. Yeah. They were so mad, but so happy for me. And, yeah. I had worked there for 4 years, like I said, and my last day was the day before Mother's Day, which for our restaurant is like one of the biggest holidays. Because like I said, we like our mothers. We don't really... Father's Day, I have never seen the restaurant get busy for a Father's Day. But Mother's Day, it's all hands on deck. Everyone needs to be there early. Prep work needs to be done and accounted for. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole production. Mother's Day came around. I already had 2 different jobs. I was making double at both of the jobs. And so I was like, I'm done. I had offered them 3 months before I left. I had offered them. I was like, look, I make twice as much at these other restaurants. You can either match one of their pay, and I will quit that job and stay here. I was like, or I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna not work here no more, because I was still being paid minimum wage after 4 years. And he laughed at me, like outright laughed at me. He's like, you're not worth that much. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not worth that much? I've got 2 jobs that say I'm worth more than that. I've got a raise coming in a month. When my raise came in, I had already made the plan. Mother's Day rolled around. I did not show up. So I decide that, you know, it's time to add another place, because I was trying to condense my 2 jobs. Both of them were part-time, but mind you, I'm making double at both of them. So part-time work for the same amount of money. So yeah, I was trying to get a full-time gig, and I was talking to an employer, and yeah, turns out my boss called him yelling about me, saying, don't hire them, they won't show up for work, they'll leave when you're at your busiest, don't hire them. I explained it to him, and later that day I had that job. I told him exactly what I told you guys. He laughed so hard. He's like, yeah, I know this guy, I know that chef. I thought he was full of crap. He was like, but now that I heard that, 1, it's true, and 2, you did, I am so proud of you that, yeah, you've got the job. But yeah, I got a job based on how I quit. Because yeah, our industry is nothing but gossip. Like, if you hate the right people, you're in business.
Ashley?
Welcome. Very well. Then take
Alright, we need 1 more, and then I'm gonna make that attempt at that boss. Wait, how much is a dig level?
Very well. Then take
2,000. Okay. And I don't want to go in with too much XP, because I don't want to try to fish it out. Right. Unfortunately, like, I didn't understand the concepts of wrongful termination and stuff like that when I was starting out, and like, they tell you that if you're having problems to talk to human resource, and I'll be honest, it took until I was out of the restaurant game to find out that human resource isn't a resource for us. It's to keep us from talking to a lawyer. It's to get ahead of your problems so that they can spin the narrative on you. And I didn't realize that until way later. Like, and that's no dig at human resource employees. They're, like, I'm sure there's a bunch of great ones, but the general consensus, especially in the restaurant industry, was that, because like I said, our turnover rate was horrible. Like, most of my coworkers lasted about 2 weeks at best. Like, no one was staying. And they would come in before they would quit. They would come in and explain to them that they're feeling harassed, that the chef is being unreasonable, that blah, 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 blah. And then our human resource guy would turn around and tell the chef that people are complaining and who they were and blah, blah, blah. And that, and then when the chef would retaliate, they would have nothing to say about it. Like, our chef fired like 4 people based off of the fact that they went to human resources in the first place. And I didn't know that that was super illegal. I mean, it's not the aforementioned 4-year chef. It was a different one. But, yeah, it was... The guy retaliated a lot against his employees. And yeah, the human resource guy there was helping him do it. Yeah, I didn't have anyone to teach me any of that stuff. So, when I started experiencing it and started learning about it, I started making sure to let my coworkers know, hey, whenever you do anything with these people, have it all in writing. Have it all written down. Even if you call them, have them email you the notes. I was like, but everything needs to be on paper. I was like, if you talk to anybody you work for, make sure that whatever you talk about, they write it down. That's the only way you're going to be able to protect yourself, is to have everything in writing. I mean, obviously it's a double-edged sword, though, if you're doing nonsense, because, some people are dumb. But, like, yeah, if you're gonna protect yourself, make sure you protect yourself right. Yeah, that does help, too. Something that, one of my chefs taught me when I was, in culinary school, what? Oh, I thought he killed me. One of my chefs, he told me something that always stuck with me when I was in culinary school, which was network. Network all the time. I was like, don't hate, he would tell us, don't hate on the students going to the other programs. If anything, when you're done here tonight, pack all the food you've made and find yourself one of the digital creators. Find yourself one of the media artists. Find yourself a student outside of your program. I was like, he would tell us every day, make sure you do that. Find someone not in your program and see if they want some food. Make them your friend. It's like, because one day they're gonna make it too, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna realize that, oh, I want to cater a little event for all my friends, but I don't know how to cook. Who do I know how to cook? Who knows how to cook? And so, yeah, I made sure I had gossip going around with every one of the programs. Like, I had classmates that ended up working for that one game, not on the one game, but they were demoing Plants vs. Zombies. And yeah, they, in exchange for my food, they would let me borrow their media copies of stuff. And yeah, I got to screen like dozens of games and stuff. Like, I didn't get to take them home with me, but they had consoles in there, and yeah, they had an entire dedicated file just for me, just so I could play. Like I would come in with my with the stuff I made for culinary school, like lamb and pork and stuff like that. And yeah, they would let me play games while they all sat there and ate. That was how I learned I had a knack for breaking stuff. uh, they they used to laugh because every once in a while I'd get myself stuck in a thing that shouldn't be stickable. Where is the... Oh, right. Rosaria. Here we go. And, it was how I got my, first practice at doing stuff like this. How this even became a concept. Cause, yeah, they would sit there and they'd be so excited. They're like, oh, you're here. And then they were like, what did you bring? What'd you bring? We got you this. You go play. We're gonna make our plates. And then they would all gather around and just watch me play. Yeah. Yeah, I was constantly finding bugs and stuff. But yeah, so that was how I realized that I could play games for an audience. And this was before I even knew streaming as a whole. Like I didn't know that this was like an actual thing people did. And so, yeah, I was going to culinary school, making snacks and stuff, just so I could play video games. But yeah, that's also how I learned that it's not important to be good at any game at all. Like, you don't have to actually be good at games to get popular. You just have to enjoy yourself. If you were having fun, people would have fun with you. You ever sense something was amiss?
What?
Okay, so yeah, I was right. I can't upgrade that. But I can upgrade this. Hmm.
Pretty be careful.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this bow. There's a reason it's supposed to be this bow. I don't remember what that reason is, but there is a reason. But yeah, I was pretty notorious for getting trapped in walls, falling into pits that weren't there, falling out of the map, jumping out of the map. Like, I don't know if you watch the channel, for the older content, But yeah, if you ever look back, there are so many instances of me just falling out of things. Like, to this day, it is a near consistent inevitability that if there's a bug, I will fall on it. Actually, what was it? Like a few weeks ago, I got stuck in the elevator in Bloodborne. I literally just got trapped on top of the elevator. Like, it went down and I stayed up. Oh, and then there was those half a dozen times where I made Dung Defender fall under the map. In our Hollow Knight runs. That was earlier this week. Oops. No. Sweetie, there we go. Okay. Okay, we gotta get that rhythm down. You know what? I kinda deserve that one. I really need you guys to start splitting up. See, this is the part that gets me. Ah, he got away. Stop bouncing around. Darn it! It bounced out again. Well, good to know he doesn't poison. Well, we have two outcomes that we've discovered. One is that I can obtain Titanite chunks from the other thing, from that guy we were killing. So that's still more upgrades we can do for both of our bows. Well, not my main one. But I want to try one more time, and this time we'll just use the dragon bow. And we'll just see if the levels are enough. I just kind of was hoping that I could do body shots so that I could damage him. Because the only other option we've got is to use a great bow. And I'm sure I could find one, I just don't want one. Yeah, we're so close to one-shotting. Yeah, Sarah. They healed him. Alright, well, have a good night, lovely. Alright, Yeah, we'll just have to come back again. We're getting a lot closer. You know what? Yeah. This is a dumb idea. It's so dumb, though. Oh, it's so dumb. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's be dumb. No, 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 no. Dare to be stupid. Nope, wrong one. I'm so gonna get my butt kicked. Okay, I see the wolf. Well, we are nowhere close. This is such a bad idea. Whoa. Whoa, that hurt. This isn't even the fight I'm worried about. No, son of a... Yeah, I gotta stop trying to shoot him there. Calm down, Sophidia. Look! Look, I don't know where the Soul Calibur is. Woo! No, hey! No, hey! It is. It's definitely a thing. Alright, hold on. Coffee. Well, thank you. I'm honored and flattered. It's always nice to see you. Oh, by the way, I saw your Nightmare Grim fight. That was so cool watching you fight that. Those, what are they called? The Weaver Zone Talisman? I didn't think about that. Let alone, I didn't know that they could damage him while he was in that form. Yeah? It's a lot of fun. I'm usually in these games to help support other players. I'm usually like one of those, I'll help, and I play archers and healers. Nice. Oh, I just had an epiphany. No. Yeah, fine. That's fine. Yep. Okay, so the epiphany. Oh, interesting. All magic. Ooh. Huh. That's an important thought. I'm gonna need that information in the morning. So, I forgot that this bow specifically, shoots through shields. I gotta get rid of the puppies, though. They are, but there is a caveat. They are more involved than most other weapons. Like, you've really got to be on your P's and Q's. Yo, son of a... Yo, son of a... That's not the right bow. Corners! Yeah, the wolves are probably the bigger threat. Yeah, the wolves are definitely the bigger threat. I have to get rid of those first. I also have to get rid of him, but I can get rid of him. Yeah? Well, I mean, there is the whole fact that shields are really good. The final fight. Who was the final one? I don't think it was Pling Pling Plong. I think it was a knockoff of Pling Pling Plong. Oof. Yeah. I think the first time I did this with Flamberge. I tend to always use Flamberge whenever given the option. I missed. Daggers. Daggers are really good. I used what was it, the longsword? And then the claymore. Alright, let's go back to leveling up. The twins. Who are the twins? I don't... Oh, the brothers? Oh, I think it's the Albinorics. I forgot about the Albinorics. I forgot about them. Yeah, let's see. Do I have the equipment on me? I usually pick it up for prizes. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this one. I use this one. I use this, and where's the shield? Physical. It was this one. I used that one and that one. Yeah, those are the Albinorics. They're brothers, yeah. Yeah. The real boss was getting rid of the what's it called? The spellcaster. The other one dies immediately after you get rid of him. But yeah. We did it in this outfit too. we almost always have our silly hat and our and no pants. Oh yeah, it's a really good shield. Truth be told, the main thing most people need to look out for when picking shields is specifically the physical. If it says 100, that's a perfect shield. Everything else is bonus. Like, this one's probably one of the stronger ones, but yeah, this one's perfect too. But yeah, if it says 100 defense or 100 physical, you're in business. Actually, if you watch the original playthrough I did, I was a regular boss. Yeah, I actually did play the role of boss for a while here. More than once. I ruined someone's day, like, repeatedly. I think we went at it for, like, 2 different weeks. This guy for 2 weeks wanted to beat this boss, and for 2 weeks, I stopped him. All because I joined a guild and didn't know. Like, the first time, I was super confused, like, what am I doing in here? Oh, it's... Yeah, I let people pass because I go by one rule. If you bow before the match, I will beat you up, but I won't kill you. I don't kill people who bow before the match. Unless it's outside the boss arena. If it's a normal invasion, I'm gonna try the whole time. But if you bow when you run into me, odds are I will probably not actually try to kill you. I was told to do that by other Dark Souls players. They were explaining to me, if someone bows to you and you don't bow back, you've basically been rude, and they're gonna come after you. Oh. Oh, I get invaded pretty regularly. I think I'm over-leveled now, so I don't think I can be invaded, because I'm not in the part of the game where I'm supposed to be this level. But, yeah. Oh, any of them will do. Yeah, there's like a bunch. As long as you do some kind of emote, most of us will honor it. Any emote is fine. But yeah, if you see an invader emoting at you, and you don't emote back, odds are they're gonna try really hard to make sure they ruin your day. Wow. But yeah, I was well, it was only an accident the first time. After that, I stayed. But I was accidentally a boss in here, and I took that fairly seriously. Like, I think I only allowed like 4 people to get past me, and all 3 of them were because 3 of the 4 were because they bowed, and the other one he kicked my butt. But that was the guy I was bullying because he refused to bow. I kept coming into a fight, I would bow, and he would try to sneak around to do a backstab. And I'm not new to the game. Oh yeah. For the longest, I didn't know these things. So I was wondering why people... Because I'm obviously on camera, so someone would see me, and they'd immediately sign in and start trying to invade, which I'm all for. I understand that this is, like, am I judging? A little bit. But, like, I understand that this is This is that kind of game. You're gonna get invaded, you're gonna be attacked. It's not supposed to be a good time. However, every little thing I can find to make it easier for people, I've been trying to share and spread. And yeah, when I first learned this way back in Dark Souls 1, and yeah, I was getting invaded right and left, and like, I was a chicken. I would run and I would hide. I don't want to fight. I is scared. But as I was learning from everyone how to Dark Souls, they started explaining that, hey, a lot of them will go easy on you if you just play along. In other games, absolutely. Shooters, PvP, where it's not, where you can ambush someone. I only 1v1 if people ask, but yeah, if considering the way this lobby is built and the way this game is built, I don't shame stream snipers for this specific type, because this whole thing was built off of the idea of being a troll. Like in Fortnite and stuff like that, then yeah, totally stream sniping. You belong in the farthest pits. Like play with honor, play with dignity. Here, I knew people were stream sniping because it would be like the same 4 guys showing up the second I hit the threshold. Like it felt like they were just waiting at gates. And yeah, eventually they would teach me certain things, but like, yeah, I learned that there's like a whole etiquette, and the etiquette is that everyone's role playing. Like even though nobody in the game is talking, none of the NPCs are really explaining anything, and all of the characters keep their information to their chest, the players are all doing the same thing. They're role-playing themselves in this world. So if you start seeing them bow at you and start doing emotes and stuff, odds are they're just role-playing with you and they want to see if you'll play along. Because I've had invaders, the second I bow, they wave and then jump off a cliff. And I'm like, okay, free 2,000 XP. Like I've seen invaders where like they've got, like I can see the dual Rudovias and stuff, like they're built specifically to murder everything in their path, and then they'll bow and I'll bow back and they'll be like, okay, bye, and then they leave. It's like, oh thank goodness. So yeah, I mean it's not 100% true for everyone. Some people are just, oh, it does. All of them have voice chat. Yeah. Only invaders don't get to voice chat. I know I do. But yeah, you can voice chat in these games. That's why I always laugh, because I'm like, oh, they must be new. I'm on PS5. Yeah, I'm on PS5. But this does have a PS4 copy. Nice, another Titanite chunk. But yeah, if you run into people, odds are everyone's playing a bit. Like, almost everyone is having their power fantasies met in these games, and so if you play along... No, this is just, the normal one in the PlayStation Store. I missed. I've been meaning to check out New Game Plus. Like, I know that the only reason I don't play New Game Plus is because I don't have a power fantasy, because I'm always powerful. Like, it doesn't matter what character I play, doesn't matter what build I do, I always somehow... I'm really good at math. That's the thing. When I was first told about this game, I was told how difficult it was, how hard it is to beat, and how challenging the bosses were. And I only really had one question. Do you level up? And the minute I found out you can level up, I was like, oh, then it's fine. No, everything's fine. Our first playthrough was the bow run in Elden Ring, just to prove. Like, I hadn't even beaten Elden Ring yet. I had just started the series, and I'd never played a Souls game before. But everyone had talked about it and was like, it's impossible. And I was like, it's math. Yeah, no, I immediately, like, I figured out the math right away. Like, that's why I've always leveled up in such a way. And why I always explain that, like, if you want to make this character broken, then one, put on some pants, because that's gonna help a lot. And two, don't spread out. You see, most of my stats only fall on damage, because I'm never actually getting hit. Really? I was under the assumption that it would be much easier, but then again, if you're already a broken character, I assume that they can't unbreak you immediately, and that's when you use New Game Plus, in my mind, is the time where I'm going to, I'm not gonna diversify, but I'm going to, expand. Like, considering this is probably just a modified version of the quality build, in New Game Plus, all I would do to start expanding past what I'm doing is, yeah, those are the stats you upgrade when you don't want to get hurt, which is great. As long as you have enough strength and dex for your favorite weapon, you're going to do fine, but you're not going to do a lot of damage. And the truth is that the vigor and the endurance are going to let you wear armor and stuff, but the armor is going to be the thing that stops the damage. Your health past a certain point is going to stop helping. Your health bar should be more of a comfort meter. Like, that amount of health where you feel comfortable if something goes wrong, that you don't have to panic and then get yourself killed. But yeah, your health bar should be a comfort meter, so that you're comfortable enough to be able to drink a potion to save yourself. And then everything else just kind of goes into damage. More specifically, the things you should look at are the attribute bonuses. The higher the bonuses, the better the equipment. Because for every level, you'll just keep getting... Yeah, because you're doing base damage. Like, my bow, just from my stats, does a bonus 60 damage. Just from its upgraded stats. Because I'm over-leveled in the attributes it's built on. This one does 57, this one does a whole 86. Because its paradigm is better. As you see with the dex. Its paradigm is B instead of an E or a D. Yeah, post it in the Discord. I'll check it out. But yeah, the better the paradigm, the better you'll do as you level up higher. And that's also why you see strength and dex are my main stats here. And so that's why I'm so high leveled in specifically strength and dex. My vigor is only just so that I don't die in one shot. And it's specifically just that. As long as I can take 2 hits, I'm comfortable. Mainly because I'm an archer and I shouldn't get hit. I really shouldn't be getting hit at all. If I'm doing everything right, I'm taking my time and I'm picking off the one guy that got separated from the group. Which is why I'm farming this one guy here over and over again. Because he's worth 3,000 XP. The arrows I'm using only cost 5. And there's nothing here to stop me from just bullying this guy over and over again. And he's giving me all the stuff that I'm specifically looking for, which are Titanite chunks. And every time he gives me a not Titanite chunk, I have XP to... I have stones to sell later. But yeah. It's... One of the things a lot of people forget is that in order to be a power player in general, to do the power fantasy, you have to know where you're going. A lot of people will start leveling up and they'll pick up everything. And that's not a bad idea to actually have the items, but to do the stats to use everything gets convoluted quickly. So if you're gonna go magic build, pick one weapon that you're comfortable with and then go full magic. Either faith or intelligence. But yeah, you have to pick a lane for a playthrough, and then when you get to New Game Plus, you add the next lane. So in New Game Plus, since I'm all strength and dex, I would pick one of the magics instead. Because in the next game, I'll already be hitting at about final boss level. And yeah, I'll be able to add magic. Usually I go holy, faith or something, so I can just add healing. That's usually the fastest way to break the game, is to add healing. But yeah, it's always 2 stats that you specialize in, and then in the next game, it's 2 new stats to specialize in. And you just keep doing that. You keep adding another lane. Because I had a friend, his whole thing was he insisted he was going to be a paladin. And a paladin is a great build, but it takes a lot of XP. It takes so much XP to level up, and at a point, like even killing this guy over and over again is starting to lose its value. At 3,000, at the 30,000 I currently have, I was able to level up 4 times. Now I can only level up once. So it's taking longer, but at the same time, the more I build on this whole thing, the harder it is for them to kill me. And another thing, never be afraid to grind. A lot of people will go literally from boss to boss to boss, and if you're a speedrunner, power to you. You do you. Awesome. I'm envious because that's a lot of talent I don't have. But if you're playing casually, go grind. Grind items. Grind XP. There is absolutely no reason I should have 600 wood arrows, 600 standard, large, feather, fire. Like, this is a lot of arrows. I probably will never burn through all of them. And the only reason I did it was because XP, I was farming for Titanite. And I sold the earlier ones because I don't need them anymore. But now I'm selling these ones. Right. A lot of people are really interested in getting to the end of the game, and I feel it. I am all for it. It's fun. The game is fun, and you want to go and kill bosses and show how strong you are. But yeah, take a moment, pick up some XP, pick up some items, experiment with stuff. I always play, in any game I play, I tend to lean towards the, quality build outright as my first build. Because I want to play with all of the weapons and all of the stuff. And so I always go with strength and dex first. And then just to make the character broken, I get the first heal spell. I only get the main one. And yeah. Because a heal spell is basically free potions. And that's the thing. This is that. It's not old school, but it's an RPG. RPG rules still apply. Yeah, well, you should. You should be exploring everything. A good percent of the bosses, especially if you're watching the healer one in Elden Ring, a good percentage of the bosses die to items. Just flat out items. And the firebomb is probably the most broken item in all of the game. And that's across all of the platforms. Like Dark Souls 1 through Elden Ring, firebomb, the standard one, is super broken. And like, if nothing else, free damage. Right. But yeah, a lot of people are confused on the idea that, yeah, you should just totally stop and walk around. We have two slogans on this channel whenever I get stuck. There's always two ways out of it. Either I need to dare to be stupid, or, and more likely, I need to go for a walk. Oh yeah, the fire pots, the firebomb, the poison pots. Like, consumables change everything. But yeah, a lot of times people's own pride is stopping them from progressing because I have to beat this boss now versus, nah, I should just probably pick up the item that kills this boss. like even just from damage aspects, a lot of people don't realize that some of these bosses are weak to slashing, and another group of them are weak to what's it called? Blunt. Like, the difference between slashing damage and blunt damage is a big difference too.
Thanks, sweetie.
I've really got to avoid my impulsive thought to try to jump down from there. Oh yeah. I don't summon other players only on the grounds that I'm trying to prove that it can be done the silly way. That's mainly it. If it was more casual a run, like if it was just me playing to win, yeah, I'm more of the I will be summoned rather than summon. Nice. I can't even begin to count how many times I've created an Elden Lord or something. I've been super heavily involved. Every Sunday, I'm helping someone defeat something. Oh yeah. Oh, if you want to see silly, the epitome of silly, I defeated almost every boss in Dark Souls 1 with only firebombs. I only used firebombs. The only reason I couldn't defeat Manus was because Math refused. There was his health pool is higher than the amount of firebombs you're allowed to carry. But I defeated Arturius. with firebombs. Nice. Nice. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Guys, out. I need you guys to ungroup. I like it too, but it is horrible for those. Oh, at the Halic tree? Yeah, we just got to the Halic tree. Or are we talking about in Caelid, the one that was sleeping? yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Oops. Maybe not get trapped back here. Don't like that one. Yeah, You know what? I think it's time to escape. Hold on, let me go talk to someone. Let me see if someone has something, because if they have it, I'm just gonna leave. Ooh, do they have that? If anyone's gonna have this item, it's gonna be him. Wait, where is he? There he is.
Aha, that's all.
He does not. Darn it. Oh, I was so hopeful. Okay, then let's see. Who else? Who else has a shot at this? I doubt you have one. Although you've surprised me before. Composite bow. No.
That is what. Pretty be careful.
Oh, and
Oh yeah. You can miss a lot just from forgetting to talk to people.
goodbye.
Ashen one.
That is what.
Alright, we're gonna need... I need 2 more Titanite chunks.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see.
Oh, the music here? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Did I not rescue you? There's the spellcaster. There's so many people still missing. I'm gonna try to jump again. Every episode I try this jump, and every episode I'm sad. Because I don't know what is I'm clipping against that's preventing this jump from working. Also, I wonder what happens if I give Pumper on my Titanite shirt. You're a heathen? I mean, I am too, against the succubi horns. Mm. Yeah, son of a... I do that every other time. Trying to line up to do the jump, and I always... this is why I don't have XP. We're still gonna jump. Open the door! Open the door! Do a flip? I'll try. I probably will. There's a good chance I might flip. There we go. And after that, we'll check on Pumperum and test my theory. I didn't even die on that side. Yeah, now I'm falling off anyway. That's all I want that item. So, question. Has anyone else discovered the birds of Dark Souls? Because there's at least 2 that'll talk to you. No, actually there's like 3 that'll talk to you. Flip! No! I want that item. Yeah, there are Dark Souls birds. They're very cute, very friendly. I don't know what it is. Something about that platform is pushing you off. So I'm guessing there's an item I'm supposed to be wearing to land better. And I just don't have it. Alright, Pumperum, I gotta talk to you.
Me, Pickle Pea.
Hmm?
Me, Pumperum.
Hello, Pumperum. Wrong one. What happens if I leave you one of these?
You.
No?
No. That no Pickle Pea.
Okay.
That no Pumperum.
Well, I mean, I don't know what a Pumperum or a Pickle Pea really is. There's no landing higher from the look of it. It just clips you out.
Thank you.
Alright, last intrusive thought. Can I make it? Apparently not. I've been wondering for like days if I could actually survive that. See, I can't go in there without getting through that other door. Let's go check out over here for a bit. Also, how long have we been going? We've got a little bit of time. Yeah, if you give him the bottles, like the drinks, he gives you armors and titanite and a few other things. But I don't remember exactly which ones are which. By the way, that's the old kiln. Okay, you know what? I want to go up there. I don't want to go down here. Probably. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but falling goes out of your endurance first. Your weight plus your endurance plus your health. So if you're not wearing clothes and you're not really heavy and you have high endurance, you can fall pretty far. Well, keep it. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey. Yeah, you can keep that one. Yeah. I could sense it, and I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, no wonder there were so many. Oh. All right, fine. You know, another thing a lot of people don't know about is leash radiuses. A lot of people don't realize if you walk far enough away from an enemy, since most of them don't know how to heal themselves, they'll just go back to patrolling their area, and they become really easy targets. But yeah, this channel has a notorious word called leash radius phrase. Whoa! I wasn't expecting him. I want the Dark Knight, but not that one. Also, most NPCs don't know how to turn. Yeah, most NPCs don't know how to turn very well. That's the wrong room. That one? No. Alright, let's see where your leash radius ends. They can only go so far from their spawn. Okay, the footsteps are getting sporadic, so I'm guessing we exited it. Where is it? Where is your leash radius? We can play this game, but you have another weakness, and it's called elevation. Oh, I think I found it. Yep, and that's the other thing. Oh, not bad. Those aren't bad stats at all. Yeah, what are we looking at? This is why it's important to know about games. We're too close, buddy. You can't just do the popping up of your shield anymore. Nice, and we got an ember. Oh, luck. Luck is my favorite stat that does next to nothing. Luck just handles drop rate. Honestly, they did better in Elden Ring. Elden Ring had a much better use for luck, and that was by making it arcane. And arcane is just a knockoff of faith, but at least it's doing something. Because at least dragon magic is awesome. If not for the damage, the look. But luck is that stat you level up when you want to farm items constantly. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that arcane will also influence the drop rate of items in Elden Ring. So higher arcane means more likely that items will drop, and that higher tier items will drop. And they level up the dragon magic, which is just cool. Quelaag. these two are our friends. This is the Spooter lady from Dark Souls 1. I'm gonna assume that this is the pyromancer that was looking for her. They're sisters. But yeah, these two are sisters. This body right here, and the spider here. I assume that that's the pyromancer. And yeah, that has to be the one with no voice. I assume they might be related to Rosaria too. Huh. I'm pretty sure this is instant death. Wow! It's definitely lava. I've already fallen too far. Here's another little trick a lot of people don't know about. But yeah, turn your camera around and aim. But yeah, if you ever have to aim at an enemy below you, just turn your camera around a little. The bow actually shoots pretty far down. Even though you can't look straight down, it does go pretty far down. Here's that moment about checking your corners. What's that? That's 3 floors up. Eh, you smell fine. Oh, Isola's staff. Oh, that's her name. The Lost Witch Isolate. Do I want to fight you? I kinda want... No. Oh, we'll see what happens. I kinda want your item, though. That's more or less what I expected would happen. It's okay, though. Alright, how long have we been going? Okay, yeah, we have to head back. We're gonna have to grind more, but we're getting closer to the threshold we need, so that's good. We still got a bunch of stuff that we can do in the DLC. If we need to, we can probably still find a, Twinkling Titanite shard somewhere in there with our near damage output, but yeah. We've still got a ways to go. But, for now, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch the show. Those of you watching live and those of you watching at a later time. We really appreciate the support. And if you enjoyed the content so far, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out, gives us a better understanding of the type of content you guys enjoy. If you have a suggestion for a future stream, be sure to leave in the comments. I check that as often as possible. And if you missed the show live and want to catch it next time, be sure to hit the notification bell to be up to date on that. Also, thank you to everyone who's already liked, shared, or subscribed to the live. Your support goes a long way to help building our community, and is greatly and truly appreciated, so thank you. And, yeah, aside from that, I hope to see you all in the next one, and until then, goodbye! Bye, everyone.